Hello, sweet team. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sweet Adjeley. I am so excited to see you all today, and I hope everyone is doing wonderfully well.
Community Watch here on Metro TV with me, Gabriel, Niobudai, Togbo, Ashon. I'm coming your way together with Rosemary, Koko, Anyigba, and we are at the Accra Polo Court. It's not far from the Accra Mall. It's along the airport bypass towards Spintex, and it's really a fun place to be. Several persons turning up to celebrate. Kofi Kinata is repping.
Life and color.
Which of his tracks do you enjoy most? There is one playing in the background.
Yes.
So, which of the Kofi Kinata's tracks do you enjoy most? We'll be leaving the scene so you enjoy some of his songs, after which we'll be joining Sweet Adjeley, one of the leading YouTubers based in the United States of America, but she's a Ghanaian. She is currently here being part of the Around the World food program. So please calm down. Let's have a bit of Kofi Kinata, after which we'll catch up with Sweet Adjeley, who is an internationally recognized cook with several followers on YouTube and also on Facebook. What are your expectations as we are about to meet Sweet Adjeley?
I'm looking forward to see more of Sweet Adjeley. I've been following her on Facebook. I like how she communicates with people around. I like her cooking skills as well. So I look forward to seeing more.
Good. I also look forward to seeing her. So come along as we meet up with Sweet Adjeley.
Friday, double, all night, Saturday, because of music, what you do, Jesus? Our soul, I'll be the ones of Friday, all night, Saturday, I walk club in the moon. Yali, and Martin, and short, and the book up with you. I'm shaping out of my bed, and what was it? I saw the snap in the bed. It's a gas in our new chapel, walk away, no, I don't want to do. Hey, it's a gabby summer pie. Hey, it's a this is a was over there. But you look for the body, it's a gabby summer pie. I used to be out, that can look in the rest. I'm so bad, I used to be out. That's what I'm looking at. But I didn't I remember physically. So I'm passing a bad, I can't have any back. What's in the follow? What's in the so free to one car? So just have to leave it up with your free to one car. I won't let things fall apart. That was our 9-10 mentors. Why are they
You are still on Community Watch here on Metro TV, and like I mentioned to you earlier, we are spending some time with Sweet Adjeley. Earlier, as you observed, our sisters here, friends here were busily engaged with Sweet Adjeley. Let's catch up with them to know exactly what the fallout were. Hello, welcome to Metro TV.
Hi, thank you.
So from a distance, we observed keenly interacting with Sweet Adjeley. What's your relationship with her?
Okay, so I watch her recipes on YouTube. I've been following her, like you said, keenly, and it was quite interesting to know she was just right behind us. So we thought to say hi to her. Yes.
And how did you feel meeting her and interacting with her in
person. She's a warm person, very receptive and nice. So it was nice meeting her.
All right, thank you very much. Your name?
Sandra. I'm Sandra.
Sandra, thank you. How about you? Your name?
Hi, Akosua Jamra.
Akosua, you spent quite some time with her before your other two colleagues joined you. So you now know we observed. Okay, so
Like she said, I've been following her for a while now, but I got the opportunity to meet her when she came to Ghana somewhere last month or two. Yes, and I decided to pass by again to see her again because she's doing wonderful on the channel, teaching us recipes, the secret things going on. Yeah. It's amazing.
what's the best recipe that you've picked up so far?
Of course, her goat soup.
I wish you could take me through, but it may take some time. So let's see. But how has your relationship with her been over the past month? You mentioned that today isn't the first time meeting her. So how has it been?
She's a very warm person, very warm, very receptive. She's a nice person to talk to and always welcoming. So it gets wonderful talking to her all the time. Because, yes, we came to support her and I think she's having a class at the moment. So I believe we could all join if we want to learn something nice or something extraordinary from their usual. Yes, I think we should all join her class. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Are you going to step in her shoes? Maybe to also start something like that. Should we look forward to that?
Interesting. That would actually be interesting.
Love cooking?
Yes, I do. So I've been following her for some time now. And it was nice meeting her today. She mentioned Sweet Adjeley is here. And then I quickly rushed to go and see her. I was like, oh, I've been following her for some time.
So all that while
I didn't know she was in. I had no idea. So as soon as she mentioned that she's here, I quickly rushed to go and see her. So I'm happy that I have gotten to see her today.
Just imagine she's standing right in front of you. We weren't there when you met her, but just imagine she's right here before you. Tell her something. What would you say to her? And address her as though she is standing right in front of you.
Oh, exactly. Sweet Adjeley, we love what you do. I've been following you for some time. Keep doing what you're doing. You inspire some of us. Yeah. And then I think we'll open our own YouTube channel and start doing something similar. So yes, we love it.
Hundreds of thousands of the Sweet Adjeleys.
Exactly.
Thank you very much and nice talking to you. Best wishes. Bye-bye. Time up and I am now with our dearest sister, Sweet Adjeley. She's the one we've all been looking forward to meeting. Is she going to prepare a special meal today? Well, from what I can see on the flyer, it isn't the case. Today, as I mentioned to you earlier, we are at the Around the World sessions and it's about knife skills with our very own Sweet Adjeley. Please welcome to Metro TV's Community Watch. The last time you were on our program, Good Afternoon Ghana, but this time around you are on Community Watch. And I see knife skills. Yes. What's it about?
So, usually in the kitchen, the first thing we need to learn is our knife skills. Knife skills is one of the most important lessons of the kitchen. If you know how to handle your knife, your prep time will be shortened and your food will be tasty because when the food looks good, you want to try it, and sometimes the way you cut your ingredients appeal to people.
So knife skills are or is an integral part of the cooking process.
Yes, because in restaurant school, knife skills was actually the first thing we learned before we moved on to cooking.
So we look forward to see how this will turn out.
There are so many different types of knives, and I realized in Ghana we have one type of knife because we don't care for a cutting board. we use our hands as the cutting board, so you can use any knife where that is concerned. But if you want to cut on, well, the way I cut, then you need a chef's knife, and it usually have a little curve to it. It's not straight. So I'm going to cut one or two things and share with you how to safely cut without cutting yourself, and then some of you all will cut to see if it works. So we have a couple of different, this is a chef's knife. We have serrated knife, which is what we commonly known as bread knife. That is the worst type of knife to use in your kitchen because you'll cut yourself. It's very dangerous. And then we have a boning knife, which is about half of the width of this, which we use to get the meat or fish off the bone. So I still use it in my kitchen. I'm from Ghana, so of course I'm not going to follow the rules. I've seen a lot of people slice onions and call it chop. There's a difference between chopping and slicing, so some may know. But in restaurant school, carrots was the favorite thing. If you want to learn your knife skills, invest in carrots because it's firm, it's steady, and it's easier to learn how to cut with. Although other vegetables may be soft. Oh, and the most important, your knife have to be sharp. If your knife is not sharp, you're gonna cut yourself, and we do not want that at all. So with the carrots, we have chopped carrots, which you roughly chop, and then we have diced, and we have the julienne. And so first, in order for you to get the chopped or the diced, you have to get your julienne first. So I'm gonna cut. Hopefully y'all made this knife sharp enough for me. And when you're cutting professionally, your knife should not come off your board. So it's usually like this, and then you come back up. Because you don't want to do this, then you will cut yourself. Also, your fingers have to always know where your knife is. So we don't cut like this. You will cut yourself. You want to hold your vegetable, whichever one you're using, with your fingertips and have the knife touch your knuckles. So we're going to begin by first cutting. And with carrots, it's very tricky because it doesn't stay put. If you try to cut, it's going to roll around. So the first thing you want to do, you can always put it either this way or this way. But this way for beginners can be very tricky, and you don't want it to roll this way or that way and your fingers are off. So I like to put it this way, and you want to create a flat point on the side. So once you've done this, your carrots shouldn't move any longer. It should be sturdy. Okay, so then you're gonna cut off the parts that you don't want. And so we're going to julienne these carrots. So first we're gonna cut like this, and our knife is not sharp, but we'll work with it. And then we cut like that. So now you have this shape. So if it's French fries you want to make, you can now like that hold it and cut it, and you just go like that. So once you have this, you have your juliennes, we're going to dice them now. So with that is where the keeping the knife on the board comes in play. And whenever you're buying a chef's knife, I know this is very fancy, but that's not what you want. You see this? It stops your knife from going all the way to the end like you want it, because it has this little thing here. So I'm struggling with it a bit, but we work with it. So you can, if you're holding it this way and you feel it's not sturdy enough, you can hold it this way. So you're actually holding the blade itself. So you're gonna, at this point,
without looking, I could still cut because I know where the knife is at all times. You see? And we still have some. And it's almost the same as you can see. But because, as I said, this stops the knife from going all the way. So you can see that this is still together. So when you're buying your knife, be mindful of that because this is what we're going for. So now we have our diced carrots. Now, if you want to chop it, you just, but it's not going all the way again because, so what I'll do is bring it closer so this can end outside and then you can go ahead and chop it like that. Now, if you want it to be even smaller, which we usually use for garlic, you want to mince it. That one has to be smaller than chopped. So you just and then you get the very fine pieces like this, which this is what we usually use for garlic. Okay, so once you've done this, you're ready for whatever meal it is that you're going to prep with. Now, there's so many fancy ways of cutting your carrots. Some is this way. So with something like this, you can also cut without looking at it. Always make sure that your knife is guided by your knuckles so that you don't end up with no fingers at all. So whenever you see somebody cutting and at the same time looking at you, it's not magic. It's just that they know exactly where the knife is at all times. So now that I'm done, who wants to try? And then as you cut, you move and then you cut like that. It will try more. Don't do, just cut it into maybe 4 pieces.
So like this.
Oh, no, Daddy. Yes, right there.
Okay.
Hide it.
Okay.
Very good. Exactly. Perfect. It will. She did it with ease. And to think she was afraid. So now we're going to dice it. So obacho. Okay. I'm gonna finger say trick. Honey kaklata. Onoko say. Very beautiful.
Okay.
Obomode.
I'm trying to see if I can do it without looking at it.
Okay, thank you so much. So when you cut like this, it's a slice. It's not a chop. Now, when you cut like this, you've diced it. And then after dicing, when you're chopping. So whenever you see people explaining chopped onions, meanwhile they sliced it, it's okay, you can say that. But with knife skills, there are different types of what you've cut is not always chopped. I realize in Ghana we always say chop, chop, chop. We're chopping everything. So when you're slicing your onions, when it gets to this point and it's no longer steady, try not to continue, you'll cut yourself. So when it gets here, at this point, which side have more space? Which side is larger? This side or that side? This side. So although you started this way and you've gotten this far, J by force, you can turn it over like this, and now it's more sturdy. So you can go ahead and cut it like that, and it's safe, and you still end up with something beautiful. So I'll use the larger part of the onion to show you now. So you're slicing, you're just coming like this. As you're coming, you're paying attention, or although you're not looking, in your mind's eye, you're paying attention. Penny share, if I continue to go
I don't care how good I am in cutting, I'll cut myself. So that's when you turn it this way and then you continue like that. Okay? You've gotten the same size even though you weren't looking part of the time, because you're using your mind's eye, and the one that you turned over is not bad at all. It's also looking the same way. So onions are what we cut the most in the home. Carrots, special. I don't know. Yeah, and then there's cabbage. Okay, it's cabbage. Doing this is what you don't want. You're gonna cut yourself. You want this to know where the knife is at all times. It will be an enano. Oko slow if you're ready. You don't need any type of special thing to do that. Allo obanyo flo lagbagbe depending on no cafe. Nwele mofiamoke a choice. So there is that too. Obanyo face salad ebi Antonino. We have everything. And then there's bell peppers. So the bell peppers there are a couple of things. Ene hani eni jombawa. Ka oho jollof ko no ketomo BNA for me. It's going to bring out a beautiful fragrance. To take out the seed, especially if you're using if you're using the entire thing and you're using a cutting board, you first want to cut the bottom part, and then you want to slightly cut the top like this. Once you've cut that and removed that side, because sometimes at least any there's a lot of seeds inside it. So when you do it this way, you see everything is there, and then you can, at this point, you use a paring knife. Around. Okay. All the seeds comes out without a mess. No fiano ejiko. Ewene lewe ke overflow. You're going to go. At times, if your knife is not sharp, you pay attention. With a sharp knife, you can cut it from the back, because say ewa. But if the knife is not sharp enough, but focus inside. Okay, and again, you want to use your mind's eye to know where the knife is at all times. You just want to ensure that the knife is touching you, so you can be having a conversation with your friends, and at the same time, no wasting time, So knife is one of the most important tools in our kitchen. We just have to know how to use it in order to get what we want. So yeah, that is it. I think what flow no fear no. Oh, one more tip. If you're using bell peppers and you don't intend to use the whole thing, this is how you cut it. You're just going to cut one side down, and then you cut the other side as well, and then you want to ensure that you're holding on to the stem, and you just take off what you need, and this is what you store. With the stem, it stays fresh longer. Some people may think, oh, I'm a GMA phone. If you get rid of this, it spoils quickly. So this is what you use immediately, and then you have this in your refrigerator to use later. The next time, if this is what you want to use, you cut that one off again, making sure you keep this inside. And so this is for later, this is for right now, and it stays longer. Okay. Boss, who is here to try? Who wanna try? Say. She did well. She did well because the nails she have on her, and they're so pretty. Oh my gosh,
Very beautiful. She did well, yes. Who else wants to try? Okay, so that's the yeah, make sure the knife is touching your knuckles. You got this. Oh, perfect. She did it perfectly. Good job, good job. Who else? Yeah, I was just thinking, where are the boys? Where is Ameyao? Who is Ameyao? Ameyao, please, you've been voted in. You've been voted in. We don't want to lose any fingers. You want to hold it down. So this is how it goes. It's like, you see how a lion grabs onto their prey, and then you make sure that the knife is touching this side. So it won't cut you just because you know where the knife is at all times. So make sure.
Alright, let me try it. So
then, because it's so long, this is too high of a mountain. You want to put it this way, and then you turn it so that you have a better grip on it. Hey! Look! Let him be comfortable with it first. But he's doing good. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Yes. He did a good job. Thank you. We need one more guy, and then we'll go. No, please be comfortable. Don't look at anybody until you're comfortable. And then let it. So now you have more space. Hey! The men did not disappoint, and so did the ladies. Nobody disappointed here, but we got it done. Thank you all so much. Well, until I see you maybe behind the screen where you can see, look, or touch. Ke onamini ochemi sweet
Good to see you. Okay. Right, welcome back, and it's been such a great experience. At some point, the audience were calling mentioning my name to also take my turn to go in there and also have an experience of it, but I got stuck behind without taking that bold step. But the others that went forward really had a great time. Ameya Deborah, the celebrity blogger, was also right there. So how did you feel teaching these skills within minutes and having your audience responding to it positively? How did you feel?
It was amazing. I'm just so happy because I was actually having nightmares. I said, God, no one should cut themselves today. Why did I choose knife skills? But I'm so glad that it went well and everybody reacted very positively to it. It's just amazing.
Right, so I'm here now with some of the participants of the session. They observed the process, and Adjeley right there took her turn to use the knife. What happened? How did you feel? What was the experience? Share with us. For a moment, I was so concerned for you that you may end up landing the knife somewhere else. How did it go for you?
Okay, so it was my first time trying that skill, so it was like I was a little bit nervous and like I didn't want to cut my nose. Hey.
Had many cheering you on.
Yeah, I know, right? And pushing me. They actually pushed me to the stage, so like I didn't have a choice. Yeah, so but it was cool. I mean, it's a skill that like I've never thought of it. You know, with the grandma cooking skills, normally it's like you taking this thing, using your fingers to try and gauge it. But this I've learned a lot. I learned a lot today from Adjeley. Yeah.
Thank you very much. How about you? You observed the process?
Yeah. Yes.
What did you pick from it?
So learning new skills to use in my cooking. So instead of going the traditional way of doing things, there are modernized ways of also going about, and modernized and easier ways of doing things. So going about them and stuff, it makes things easier and straightforward. Yeah.
That's your take home.
Yeah.
How about you now, Shako?
Summarize it.
Please do summarize everything so that some of our audience who couldn't make it here today would have something to abide with.
Use the right tool for the right skill, and then also there is a skill for every kind of cutting. So if you get the footage from Sweet Adjeley's channel, you definitely know how to do the proper way, and then make sure you always do the right thing, because kitchen hazards should be avoided.
Thank you so much for sharing this moment with us, and enjoy your next session. I understand it's someone you like so much. Kitty, right there.
Yes. More baby, more.
Have a good time. Bye bye.